Hey everybody, how are you? My name's David and thanks for joining me on my channel. So today we're going to talk about it's not about what you get from life, it's about what you give. So first, I want to let you know that last week I ended up fracturing a couple bones in my feet, and that's been a very interesting challenge for me. Being on the spiritual journey and living in a world of vibration over physical, and then now you have this physical thing happening to you, and it brings in a lot of places. I mean, at first, of course, going to the doctor and then trying to figure out how that's going to work, and they put a boot on it and did some X-rays, and then there's this idea for me of sitting back going, okay, well now I'm lost because what about the energetics aspect of it? What about as far as the vibration aspect of it? How does that work? And I started asking. So a lot of clarity has come in, certainly. So I wanted to share some of that clarity, of course, with my viewers to see if it's something that that's been calling you as well. So the greatest thing that happened from this is the understanding of what we would call taken away. What does it take away? It takes away my mobility, or it takes away my movement, or me being able to take care of myself uh, as far as much as I could before. Does that make sense? I'm on this scooter. I'm kind of walking on crutches, and now there's this idea of slowing down, this idea of missing something, and that's been huge for me because look, the reality is you have two worlds. You have this physical manifested world, but you also have this vibrational world, and the vibrational world takes precedence regardless of what's going on out there. And I kind of understand that in a situation like this it can be tricky because it puts our focus on the physical, and I recognized that right away it was putting the focus on what was missing. Does that make sense? So when you look at the physical world, there's a feeling of what's missing in it. It's like we can't really help. We can't even look at the body without finding something that's missing. You can't look outside without finding something that's missing. And that becomes an issue because, one of the great clarities I got from this is this understanding that anytime you see something that's missing, there's lack or loss. And you have to kind of look at this, even if it's not enough money or not enough well-being in your body, or not enough relationships, or whatever it is that you feel like you're missing. There's going to be a lack, and that lack is always going to cause some kind of negative emotion. And now it causes us to move in the direction of that lack and loss and increase the resistance of our flow of energy that's already moving in. Remember, everything's about this concoction of energy, first and foremost. And then the physical world is the culmination of that. So it doesn't do us very good. We kind of all know it doesn't really do us good to go out into the physical world and try to find what we're looking for, or to get upset and frustrated by looking at an accident, or talk about it, or worry about it. Do you see? So it has to be done inside, in the inside realm, which is the emotional, which is the energy, which is the feeling, which is the thought realm. This is where everything starts. So what I have learned is that we have to let go of lack, and lack is always in the physical realm. Try it. You can't walk out your house without finding something missing. You can't look at your body in the mirror without finding something missing. Do you see what I'm saying? So how do we let go of lack? How do we let go of loss? That's the major question that we have to ask all the time. How can I let go of looking out at the world, or looking at myself, or being anywhere and seeing what's missing? That's a big one. And until we can let go of loss and lack, then we're going to keep on getting pulled in to this current of resistance that we all know so well, and then our focus gets pushed in that direction. Now, the key here that has really come to me tremendously during this incredible, wonderful, exciting event is the world and this journey is looking for us, not the other way around. And that's really, really important. So let me explain. If you just look around your house or look around where you're at right now, you'll see different things. I see the wood of my school, I see the lights, you know, I see the carpet, I see the water fountain, all these different things, the pictures on the walls. If you really think about it, each one is looking for my appreciation. I mean, what else is it? As you walk around the world, contemplate that idea that everything's looking for your appreciation, essentially your love, or at least your satisfaction of it. Let's say, I hurt my wrist, and before it couldn't barely move, and now I'm getting, movement and mobility back. But this here is looking for my love and appreciation just as it is. It doesn't want to have to change first. Does that make sense? The people in our life, do you really want to have to change yourself for someone to love and appreciate you? I mean, we really don't. We want to be able to be us. And that's the same thing with life. It's the same thing with all of this. It's been looked at like a dream. And a dream is a really interesting way of saying it, because if you're having a dream, you have buildings and you have people and you have cars and you have all these things going on. And then you wake up and you go, wow, that was all in me. I can't believe that all of that came from me. It's the same thing. You see? And those of you that have lucid dreams, you kind of understand. You wake up in the dream and you recognize it's all from you. This is the same. So this world's only looking for our appreciation, what we think of it, what we enjoy about it. Everything around you is looking for you. That's how powerful each one of us are. And when we go looking from it for something, well, we talked about the idea of reflection. It's like going in your mirror and asking for something in the mirror. It's just reflecting back what you have given it. It's reflecting back the meaning you have given it. So now I understand there's a lot of built-in meanings and definitions, and it's already going. It's automatic. It's just coming out of us. But I have learned that the more you recognize that you give to the world first, and you don't get from the world, you give to it. And the more you just recognize, I'm going to give. See, you'll realize that to give is to receive. In other words, you don't have to worry about receiving. All you have to do is give. The receiving's automatic. Yeshua in the Course in Miracles would say the price of giving is receiving. So if we don't go get from the world and we just sit in a moment and enjoy it and give our love and appreciation or our satisfaction to everything that's coming in, believe it or not, you'll have a really good life. And now the only thing that matters, which is the connection to our inner being, the connection to our higher perspective, because that's where the answers is. Think about this. One of the things that I recognize is I looked at something and I say, I don't like it, or I'm looking at my foot in the boot and I'm saying, what is it about it that I don't like? Well, the fear of not being able to run my business or not be able to move or not be able to train. You see, it's reflecting back these fears. But like a projector, it can reflect back anything I wanted. It can reflect back healing. It can reflect back relaxation and comfort. That boot is comfortable. It can reflect back a lot of other things, you see. Healing and flowing and moving. It doesn't have to reflect back the other side. That's up to me. So the more I recognize that I need to give, we need to give. I am the center of my life, center of all of this, the dream itself. I'm the center of it, and it has no meaning except what I give it. And the more I give it, even just I'm satisfied with you, We've spent so much time trying to seek for satisfaction or love and appreciation. But can you see that which seeks? You're seeking for yourself. We've heard that before, haven't we? It's coming from us, not from outside. So the more we seek outside, this is the kicker, the more lack we are going to feel. Because why would you seek for something unless you didn't have it? Does that make sense? That's so important, because that's going to kill your vibration. Because when any of us say, I don't have and I'm missing something, then now your source, who has everything, we're not recognizing it, and therefore we're pushing against it. So that idea of looking down at my foot and saying, I don't have healing or mobility, and source is like, but I have it. I have your healing and your mobility. So because I have it, you have it. Does that make sense? If you look in your bank account and say, I don't have that money. Yeah, but your source is saying, I have that abundance, that vibration. I will give you that vibration, therefore your thoughts can turn it into things. But I have it. I have it. So all you have to do is come to me. See, source has everything. And if we look out there and say, I don't have it, then we're actually saying source doesn't have it too. And that was the kickback. And that's what I was feeling. And I recognized, oh, I've got to love and appreciate my life regardless of what's coming in. We hear that a lot because it only matters how you feel. It only matters how you feel. Only when you feel satisfied, only when you feel abundant will you be abundant and have satisfying things come in. We need to let go of the idea, vibration of lack or loss. There is no loss because what you do not have, source does. And you are connected to your inner being, to source. So what you do not have, source has. So what I've learned is if I look at somebody and say, oh, I feel like I don't have that, that's okay because I know you do. So therefore, I'm going to find that vibration of satisfaction right now, just as I am. I'm going to find that vibration of flow because I know you have everything. If I'm looking at something not flowing, don't worry, I know you have it. So I'm going to find that vibration of flow. If I'm looking at something that I'm fearful, take a second and say, why is it reflecting back fear? What else can it reflect back? If it's reflecting back no mobility, I know you have my mobility. I'm going to sit in a place of mobility and I'm going to feel that. So these little journeys of feeling on purpose, these little taking time during the day to feel the vibration that we want, the vibration of our source, to look at the things in life that we feel like we're missing and say, well, the other part source has. The other part source has. All I got to do is focus on the other part. And you let go of the one. It doesn't matter if there's bones broken or not. It just is about energy flowing through the foot or energy flowing through me. I mean, that's all it is, or feeling stuck or feeling mobile. You see, the more I focus on the feeling of mobility, the feeling of flow, the feeling of goodness, the feeling of healing, then the other part, non-mobile, hurt, broken, small, weak, will have to be deactivated. As Abraham Hicks says, there's end of the stick, that which is abundant and which is flowing and that which is absent. And if we look at what's absent, it will then turn into what's absent. All of a sudden, oh my God, I'm never going to move. Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do anything. Anyone ever feel that when these things start coming down on us? I'm not going to make it through it. What if this happens? And I'm worried about this. You see, and now we activate that end of the stick of our life. And then we get that dream. We get that reality. It comes in. But the idea of source having the other end of the stick, thinking in terms of flow or ease or joy or even just, what does satisfying feel like? I could be satisfied. Is it possible to sit long enough? This is what I encourage and I ask for all of us, including myself, to sit long enough to feel like nothing's missing in your life and to hold that vibration. Nothing's missing. Simply because source has everything. Not because the world has it, then it's going to feel like it's missing. Because source has it, because your inner being has it, because you have it. You just don't have access to it. But you do have it. And the more we understand, I have it all. I have it all. And now you can sit in a place of satisfaction. And that's when the imagination turns on and you'll be able to start imagining it and seeing it and so forth and so on. But I assure you, the journey's not out there and it's not in the future. You're going to get nothing in the future. We're not looking for anything in the future. And it's certainly not in the past. It's done. It's over with. That's where all the problems seem to lie. It's right here, right now, in this vibration, because that's what source has. Source, like, it doesn't matter what you lost. I have it. Done. All you got to do is flow in with me, focus in with me, feel with me, and then it will come into your life when it's ready. But in the meantime, guess what? You can just feel good. I feel good. It doesn't matter what's not flowing or what is. I can feel satisfied regardless of my circumstances. I can feel satisfied regardless. And I have a choice. I can either continue to look at things I don't want and then feel the repercussions of that in my energy and add more resistance so I don't flow with my source. Or I can just feel good on purpose for no reason. I can find reasons to feel satisfied. I can find what seems to be missing within my source so I can hone in on it and feel it and flow with it and know that everything is good, all is well. Everything is about how you feel. It's about vibration, first and foremost, not anything out there. That's second. Physical second, vibration first. Source holds everything that we feel like we're missing vibrationally. All we have to do is hone in on it, flow into it, and you will feel it fill you up. It's about how you feel, and that's it. If you can control how you feel, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the conditions, now you've got the secret. I hope this helps. And thank you for joining along. If you like this video, hit the like button and please subscribe and share with everybody. We're in this together. And as always, my unconditional love and appreciation.